The Misfits want to share their treasure with you. Help us get to 500 followers here on Twitter and be entered to win this set of dice. Looking for more ways to enter? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, or like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, so where we left off, you guys were at the bar talking to our little halfling prostitute friend, and they told you that where your friends went, because you were currently looking for a missing Thomas, William, and Mac, where your friends went, they went somewhere into the bar, into a pretty seedy area. And if you want to get there, you have to go up to the bartender and tell them that you just didn't get enough today. So that's everyone had gathered there.
Except for Bastion.
You guys all kind of like met up right at the very end, with the exception of Bastion, who is still over at the Tinkerer's place. And while you guys were kind of deciding what to do, because earlier you saw Fraulo walking down the long hallway, and you had kind of decided to, like, he didn't hear you when you were calling out to him, so you kind of decided to let it go. Huron and Hikari have decided rather than letting him get too far, they are going to go on and try to scout him and get some intel, and just kind of see where he's going. So right now, those two are gone, and it's everyone else at the bar except for Bastion. So we will just continue from there. Whoever wants to make the first move.
Well, I think maybe we should, have a bigger party member with us, possibly, if we are going to a place where there are people who are big and strong.
Yeah, and I feel like I'd feel better if we were, together.
I think so.
Let's collect Bastion then.
I could definitely run over if you wanted me to.
You're fast, that'd be good.
Teacher will run over to the Tinker's place.
Cool. And I
Again?
think, if I'm not mistaken, you were just waiting outside, weren't you, Bastion?
Yeah, I was just waiting for the Tinkerer to show up, so.
Right, yeah.
He will run over and see you and just like wave really big and
Is something going on, Diedrich?
kind of. I think maybe, yes, that you would be really good at.
Are we fighting something?
You know already.
Very well. Should we abandon this part of the plan then?
I don't know. Do you think maybe we could speak to them quickly and then...
They are not here, so...
Well, I guess that makes our decision for us.
Priorities. Understood. Lead the way.
He will lead him back to the little fighting area.
Cool.
This weird makeshift bar here.
Yeah, so there's really not much of like a bar, like I said before. It's just kind of like a bar top, with the half-orc bartender.
I was about to... Here.
Why did we come here? I don't even drink.
No, I know. It's just, if you tell the bartender that you haven't had enough today, there will be more in it for you.
But I don't drink, so why would I ask him for more drink?
Rules of the club, I guess.
So am I to ask him this?
Aleda would like to go up to Bastion and whisper where she assumes their ear is, and and like explain that it's code for getting into a back room where there's perhaps fighting.
Bastion instantly perks up and like almost lunges towards the bartender.
Yeah. The bartender, yeah, just like, whoa.
I have not had enough today.
All right, say no more.
And one of his lights blinks off and blinks back on like a wink.
The bartender's just kind of like perplexed a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, right this way." And he walks over.
Bastion like thumbs up Aleda.
And
She
so he
thumbs up
goes
back.
kind of like just around where the bar is. It's like kind of around the corner, and there's like some shelves there and stuff that he keeps some of the booze on. And like it's out of the way, but not really hidden. So like not everyone's gonna see this, but really anyone that's paying attention is gonna see him do this. And he just pushes the shelf to the side, and behind it there is like a big cave with stairs going down, and you can't really see what's in there, but you do hear now, as soon as he like kind of opens up the space, you do hear some kind of like yelling and cheering coming from down there.
Sounds
Bastion
like they're
kinda-
having fun.
Are you coming?
Yes. I
Do
think
we
we're
all have
going
to-
so we can stay together?
Do we all have to say we haven't had enough today, or?
The bartender standing there, he's like, nah, just go.
All right.
All right, I guess
And the
we're
stairs.
heading down there.
We head on down.
Cool.
Kildear's gonna stay close to Greya because he's concerned. He's concerned about everyone, but he's like, "Ah."
Okay.
Dietrich's
Okay.
eyes light up.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm all good. I
Cool.
can move.
Everyone's moving. Awesome. So you guys walk down into this just kind of like hollowed out cave area that like has been, it looks like at one point it was furnished, but everything you see in there is busted and broken. There are two pillars kind of in the middle of the room to keep structure. And then right in the center of the room, there is kind of like a makeshift fighter's ring that's just been made with like bricks and like sandbags and just like anything heavy that they could make this little like barrier with. Very dimly lit, like all around the walls there are like spots for candles and stuff, but like most of them are broken. There are a few that are still lit, so it is lit, but it's pretty dim down there. And you can also see on the pillar to your left when you come in, it says Underground Brawlers Club Rules. Give me a second.
Is the first rule of Brawler Club.
You can talk about it.
rules.
So, rules. Number 1, everybody fights. Number 2, no magic. Number 3, no killing. Number 4, if you do kill someone, you're responsible for the body. And number 5, have fun.
Oh, I like that one.
I'm a bit confused about between don't kill and if you do kill, something's not matching up.
If you guys could place yourself in the order that you think you would walk down the stairs.
I imagine I was behind Bastion, so wherever Bastion is. I imagine Bastion's first.
Bastion is following the bartender on his heels. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess I'll go behind them.
Yeah, I assume that I'm kind of just matching step with Dietrich.
Okay. And Kaladir, I know you
Kaladir.
said you were
He's
sticking with Greya.
He's sticking with Greya.
Cool. Are you so like you're gonna go in the back too?
What?
Like,
Oh,
right
can
there?
I assumed that was the wall. Okay, yeah, that works. Thank you.
You were just off the stairs. So I mean, maybe you Misty stepped in. Cool.
Little bit
So
of drama.
when you get in there, I'll get people to make a perception check to see like how much they can see about what's going on.
Oopsie.
Oh, I'm too excited.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. 22. Would do my elf eye see?
Okay.
Leda only has a 10.
I got
Leda,
26.
you're very overwhelmed by everything going on.
I don't have dark vision. It's low level light.
Yeah.
Rhea,
She's still thinking about
she got a
every bottom
26.
upstairs.
I rolled a
Um,
5.
You got a
I'm
5?
18, it looks like.
Okay, Dietrich as well. Like, this is a lot. And you're just like trying to take it all in, but not really focusing on anything that's happening.
Just everything.
Greya, what was yours?
26.
Whew. All right. So the other three, you all notice when you get in, like, obviously there's like crowds of people around. They all look like just like thugs and brutes and just not very good. All different, like they're not, I know the icons on Roll20 are all like humans, but like there's just it's kind of a various mix of different races and classes and just a whole bunch of different types. You notice when you're in there, Greya, you notice that you all three of you see that Thomas is about to face off in the ring with somebody. And Greya, maybe Kaladir, I forget who was with you. You see that who he's facing off against is that dwarf that you tried to be friends with earlier, who just like totally shot you down.
Oh no. Thomas.
And you can see that Thomas is obviously there's no weapons on the island, so he's just like got his fists up. But that the dwarf has one of the table legs that has clearly been ripped off of a table in the room, and it's just like kind of like tossing it back and forth between their hands.
Is that not cheating?
If I look around, do I see anything lying on the ground that I can toss to Thomas? Like another table leg or something?
With your perception, you would be able to see that yes, like all the furniture's broken, so there's pieces everywhere. All the torches in the room, they all easily come out. And there's just basically everything in this room is broken and like easily, it can easily be picked up. I'll let you, if you can see the map, you can kind of see everything throughout. So like if you want to decide which kind of thing you'd like to try to toss to him, I will
if he
also...
sees that... Oh, sorry, continue.
I was just gonna say, I will also say that what you guys notice as well is William is over to the left, kind of leaned up against the wall, looking really bad. Like all blood, he's like barely conscious up against the wall.
William. Okay, I think I run over to William.
Okay. And then also what you three would notice is over in the back right corner, Mac is surrounded by two other brutes, and they have his coconut Michael, and they're basically playing monkey in the middle with it. And Mac is like, he's freaking out. You know when you see someone just like, they are freaking out, like he doesn't fully understand what's going on still, but he just knows that like he's not happy. His friend is being tossed around, and like he's just totally beside himself right now, trying to catch it in between these two.
Bastion is gonna head over there right away.
I come down.
Okay. So Greya, you're heading to William.
Yeah. William, are you okay?
He is leaning up against the wall, and he's barely, he can barely get his words out. His face is all swollen and everything, and he's just like, I lost. I tried, but I lost.
It looks like
It's
to
okay.
me.
So Greya puts her hand on his arm and casts Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be. I'm casting it at a 2nd level, so it's gonna be 2d8 plus 4. 4.
And what did
Plus
you say, Aleda?
6.
Sorry, you said something there.
I said out loud, it looks like that's cheating to me.
There's someone that's like kind of beside you on the stairs, just like cheering it on, and they're just like, "There's no cheating here. Anything goes."
Oh, anything goes, is it? I see up on that wall it says no weapons. Does that mean magic's now allowed? I'm just gonna like bring up my hand.
It doesn't say no weapons on the.
It doesn't. Oh, I thought
No.
it said no weapons. I
No,
thought that's
it
why you
doesn't.
said there's no weapons
no
on the
weapons.
island. Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, like the
you,
general rule of the island is they took your weapons away.
I see. So I just inferred that, but never mind. That's not cheating. Okay.
So Kelvin would go over to where William is, like but behind Thomas, and he would still trying to like be fair. Seeing that the other person has a table leg, he would scoop one up and just like kill Thomas and toss it to him.
Cool.
And then try to see what William is doing.
I'm gonna get him to do a dexterity. If you could do an athletics to see how well you toss
Okay.
that.
Messed it up. Oh, that was not thing. Nope. 16.
16, cool, yeah. You toss it pretty well, and he just snatches it right up. And he went, like, he was still Thomas, and he was still trying to be tough when it was just his fist, but, like, now that he has this, he kind of, like, stands a little taller and gives the dwarf a little smirk.
Yeah, it is.
And then when you toss him that, the dwarf looks over to see where that came from, and also sees Greya, and she's like, time out, hold on. And then everyone like kind of stops and looks at where she's looking, so everyone's kind of looking at Greya. And she's just like, well, if it isn't my happy little friend.
Hi.
And then they're like, they indicate to Thomas and William, and they're like, so, you're part of this crowd? And Thomas is like, yeah, they're my friends. And then you see, I'll kind of indicate on roll 20, down here, oh, wrong mouse. Down here, this creepy one. We're down at the very, like, almost right by the entrance of the ring. They are you see a wood elf who, like, is just really creepy, like, really gaunt. And even though elves don't need to sleep, like, they still have, like, really big bags under their eyes. Kind of, like, hunched over. Just long black hair, but it's really greasy looking and kind of wet. Long, gross fingernails, like not taken care of at all. Like they just kind of let them grow. And he's holding just like a handful of pebbles that he's just kind of playing with. And he's like, oh, this is the one you were talking about. Boy, this is gonna be fun. And he takes one of the pebbles. Give me a second here. Oh, I'm working with 2 mice and 2 different computers today, and it's a lot. And he whips it, and it doesn't hit you, Greya, but he whipped it in your direction, and it went into the wall, and like for a little pebble, he did something, and that wall just like cracked behind the pebble. Yeah, but it did miss.
Okay, Kelly's just gonna stand in front of Rhea. Not about that.
Okay.
Okay, Greya's just kind of trying to stand in front of Will.
Okay. Yeah, so then he's just like, oh, damn, not quite as good as I normally am. Still just playing with the pebbles, doesn't really care.
Rhea, do you know who that elf is?
No, I've never met them before. I met
Great.
them, and I point to like the dwarf in the ring. I met them before. We tried to get him to, join our, but he said no. But yeah, no, I've never met that elf before, and I don't think I want to. What's that mean?
No, right. I don't want you to either.
So the dwarf is now kind of like hanging off the side, like still looking at Greya and kind of gesturing to the whole team. And she's just like, so you all won off this island, is that what I'm gathering? You're all here for the same thing that your little friend tried to get me to do, and then your other comrades came in here? You all won off?
Yeah.
Well, you see, there's only two ways off this island. Either you win, and they let you off, or they throw your body off the side into the sea. And you know what? You came to me, you asked for my help. I'm generous. I would be more than happy to help you achieve one of those exits. And then she goes and swings and takes a cheap shot at Thomas while he's still in the ring. She doesn't hit him. He was kind of ready for her to be be cheap. But after that, I'll get everyone to roll initiative.
Blessed be the dull, for they have no mind to doubt. Blessed be the cruel, for they have no heart to vow. Blessed be the weak, for they have no teeth to gouge. Blessed be the empty, for we have no soul to shroud. One by one, the stars go out, and Dake is plunged into darkness.
Fuck! What?
What the Montaki is going on?
By Mahu.
I don't believe in gods.
I told you that they would turn their backs on us one day.
This shouldn't be possible.
No.
Things just got a little more interesting.
Is anyone else seeing this?
What?
Nothing like this has ever happened before. This isn't right.
You stand at the edge of the broken, blasted wall, staring into the unblinking expanse of shadow outside. What do you do?
What on Dake is going on?
Are you bored of the usual character archetypes?
Do you feel like you see the same characters over and over again?
Is there not enough chaotic energy in your podcasts?
Well, have we got the solution for you?
Hi, I'm Harper.
And I'm Darby.
Chaotic Creations is a podcast where we take the weirdest character prompts we can think of and make playable Dungeons & Dragons characters.
There's bad jokes.
I wonder what Minotaur sounds like. When they're really, having a heartfelt speech is really moving.
Backstories. I am an eagle kenku.
She probably just says eagle. And people are like, not quite.
And of course, plenty of chaos.
I don't consider mayonnaise to be a liquid, but I also don't really consider it to be food.
Maybe he squishes his pecs together with like a little symbol in between. Goes.
We upload new episodes every Wednesday, and you can hear the two of us
and some guests
make some truly strange D&D characters.
Find us on your local podcatcher of choice, and check us out on Twitter @ChaoticPod.
I'm Harper, your lawful nerdy paladin.
And I'm Darby, your chaotic tired bard.
And we hope you'll join us on Chaotic Creations.
So, Thomas is up first. And now that he has this table leg, actually I have to change one of his things.
Oh, sorry, by the way, before I healed William for 14.
Okay.
And Richard, Bastion had started walking up to where the brutes were fighting Mac. Would he be anywhere different on the map at that point? Before when we start?
There was enough that happened. You'd probably be most of the way there. Put yourself like beside the pillar kind of thing on the right.
Okay, cool. Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
I love your little icon.
I know, just thinking it's so cute.
His little eyes just like glowing.
Bastion is very intimidating, and you should treat that as such, please.
They are the cutest.
He winked by having one of his eyes go out. That's so cute.
No, guys, that's intimidating.
He's just like, it's not cute.
I'm scared.
I love it. I love it so much.
If I just wear this for the whole thing, does it affect the audio?
A little bit.
You're a little muffled.
I didn't see it. I just want to see it. Just put it on, please. I just want to look. Oh.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Beauty.
I am blessed.
Okay. So Thomas, now having a table leg, he kind of like he avoids that cheap shot from the dwarf, and he's like, you know, I've run with some pretty unsavory characters, but you really are a piece of shite. And he just takes a swing at the dwarf. And I think he gets her. He does. Gets it for 6 points of damage. Just cracks her right in the side, kind of almost in the ribs.
Yeah, Thomas, go.
That's
So yeah, I
Thomas.
guess one of the rules was not killing, eh? Oh.
So now that like this elf has like taken a shot, there's been cheap shots inside the ring. This like the crowd has just gotten super excited. And so the crowd just starts to get in it as well. So this one down here at the very bottom just like walks up to you, Dietrich, takes a swing at you.
Dietrich, who has been very starry-eyed about everything going on and not realizing, is just like, oh, what's happening?
Well, that's cocked. Doesn't hit you. You snap out of it right in time. He comes up and is like, yeah! And like goes to punch you, and you manage to duck out of the way.
Am I in a fight?
You're in a fight!
This other one is going to also get excited and come up to Aleda.
No.
No, and stops when she says no. He's like, oh, okay.
Intimidation.
Intimidation check.
Hold on. Stop going on my screensaver and stay.
She's not mad. She's just disappointed.
No.
The ultimate mom move.
That's a 17 to hit.
That hits. Oh wait. Are we still within 8 hours of our battle? No, it's definitely
No,
after 8
it's-
hours. No, I don't have that. That hits.
Only gets you for 3 points of damage.
Is that all?
He punched her?
Yeah, he punched her.
Unacceptable.
And like is now really worked up that you just didn't really seem hurt by that. He's-
Did he get me in the face?
He probably tried for your face, but he was a little too excited and probably like socked you like kind of like in the shoulder. So it was
Ow!
that amount of
I'm
damage
so
is almost
hurt.
like a little like buddy like.
Oh no.
These other two over here on the side, they're actually just gonna start hitting each other.
Good for them.
Love that for them.
These guys just want to fight. It's not. They're not really against you. They just want to fight somebody.
For sure.
We all have our coping mechanisms.
Who doesn't love a brawl? Honestly. It's a good time.
Greya doesn't love a brawl.
They both
Greya
hit
does
each
not.
other. Where am I? Where are their sheets? This one is number 7. Number 8.
I don't want to like put my phone down on the desk so that it vibrates and makes a horrible noise.
But this one who's like kind of far away from the action, he turns and is going to come for Kaladir. That's a 20 to hit, not nat.
Oh yeah.
Gets you for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
These 3 up top, they're still just watching. They're not getting in the fight yet. They're still just enjoying all the madness that's going on. The 2 with Mac, they're just still playing monkey in the middle. They're not engaging in a fight. They like taunting Mac. And I don't know that this one can reach anybody. Actually, he's rushing around. He saw Bastion walk by, and he wants part of this weird... Oops. This weird metal man. He wants to take him on.
I literally love if it would have just ended on part of this weird. He just wants in on this weird.
21 to hit.
That hits.
Gets you for just 3 points of damage.
All right.
He walks up and he punches you, and like you barely feel it, but he just hit metal, so he's just like ah.
He's the one who was like weird metal man, and then was shocked when it hurt when he punched
He's
him.
actually metal.
He's like a scientist. He's investigating.
This guy's
He's got to test his hypothesis now by punching him again. Just make sure it still hurts.
the other guy that was by the entrance is coming down to take a swing at Dietrich as well.
Oh, we're fighting!
But on his way on this torn up carpet, he trips, and he's now laying prone in the middle of the carpet.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
How unfortunate.
I almost feel bad for him.
Now it's William's turn. William is sitting next to a broken chair, and he just grabs one of the chair legs as well and like kind of props himself and stands up, still looking bloody and weak. He's not doing anything. He's just kind of getting ready in case anyone decides to come over. So he's just gonna hold his turn in case an enemy comes to attack. And Kaladir, it's your turn.
Oh man, that took a really long time.
So there's a lot of these fighters.
Okay, so the guy who punched me, he will try to punch it.
Okay.
Unarmed strike. 17 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Cool. We've already done an unarmed strike. What am I? Oh. One action. Oh, what do I roll? It doesn't say what.
I don't have your character sheet up. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
So it's kind of something I've been questioning, but I figured you have something mapped out for it. But unarmed strikes are usually just your strength modifier.
Yeah.
And the only person who should actually be getting a roll on the unarmed strikes is me.
Okay, we'll call if you're just doing it with a punch. So I have stuff planned if you guys pick up anything in the room. We'll call unarmed strikes. We'll just call it a D4 if you don't have anything.
Okay.
Wait, but mine has. You mean like the damage is a D4?
Yeah.
Because mine has like the amount of damage it says, it says what my unarmed strike has damage on it.
It should for everyone. It should be your strength modifier, which means for you, Greya, is it a negative?
Rude. First of all, my hit DC for unarmed strike is +5. Thank you very much.
Damage!
I'm
You're
just
stronger
saying,
than
but my
me.
damage is 3. Okay.
Listen, you're a tough little gnome because Aleda is 0. Even if I hit, nothing's happening.
So,
Yeah,
so we're
Peladeer,
so-
you're just a straight 4. That's what your unarmed strike is, your damage.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So you do 4 to hit.
That's 4. That's my first attack. For my second action, can I try to find something to like grab?
Yeah. Do you want to do like if you do a perception check, then that's probably your next.
Okay, I'll do that then. Just to like get to like in my hands. Okay. Wasn't good. That's a 6. Rolled a 2.
That's all right. It's pretty obvious. You didn't need a high roll.
Okay.
You're right beside the same broken chair that William grabbed from, and right beside that, there's a table.
Okay.
Which is also broken.
All right. I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, I guess I can't use my. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Good enough? Okay.
Whatever. I got a weapon. Good enough.
Aleda.
Well, for unarmed attacks, I think we've already been through this. Even if I hit, I'm not doing shite. So, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Can I do a perception roll to see what is around to use it as an improvised weapon?
Yep.
Great. Five.
Again, you'd have to roll a nat 1 to not see this. You're standing literally beside a torch that can easily be taken out of its holder.
I'm gonna grab the torch.
Okay, cool.
Does that count as a bonus action as well?
Yeah,
Right
so like
there.
perception and like if you see something grabbing it will be bonus, so you can still have your attack.
Thank you. So I'm going to grab that torch and I'm going to swing and try to hit.
Cool. And then Brittany, you were gone for this part. If you grab a torch, you add the club, like a club to your equipment. And then if you hit, it's an automatic +3 fire damage if it's a lit torch that you're hitting.
Okay, sounds good. Also, sorry to put the disrespect on your name, Ruva.
I rolled a 13, but I have a -1 from my club because I'm not strong. So that's a 12. Does that
12
hit?
does not hit.
Is he scared at all by fire being waved in his face? Can I intimidate?
He like backs up a bit to like make sure that it doesn't hit him, and he looks a little shocked that you just grabbed the torch and swung it at him, but he's not like terrified of the fire or anything like that. He's just kind of like put back a bit that you just did that.
That's right. That's just a warning.
Dietrich.
Okay, Dietrich will kind of go like, Oh, I didn't realize that this escalated so quickly, and kind of like be gesturing nervously and then like just like throw a punch in those nervous gestures.
Love it.
To the guy beside him.
Yeah.
That is 14 to hit.
That hits.
See. And that is that's 8 points of damage.
Cool.
And then he will where am I at this point in my life? I get 2 actions. Sweet. So he will just punch him again. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, did I hit you in the face? And just kind of do it again.
Cool.
That is also a 15.
Also hits.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Cool. Fist of Fury. Cool. So you just like sock this guy twice in the face, and he definitely feels it. Like he has like instant kind of like bruising and cutting from it. But he just like smiles through it because he just loves fighting so much that like it hurt him, but he's just like, yeah.
Dietrich's like, great.
Okay. So next is the elf. My mouse just did a weird thing. And I just moved him from where he was because earlier he would have had to move to fling the pebble past the pillar at Greya. And he's just gonna slowly walk up. How far can he go? He can get right up here.
Disgusting.
Rhea does not like this.
And he's gonna take another pebble and just kind of like give this real piece of shit smirk to Greya, and just like flick one of the pebbles at you. And again, like just the velocity that this pebble comes at you.
Oh, I don't like it.
That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I mean,
Yeah.
barely, but it hits.
I love barely, but it hits.
And he gets you with it for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And like, it doesn't make sense how flicking a pebble can deal this much damage. And he just like, he keeps standing there kind of just playing with the pebbles in his hands and just like smiling at you in this like just creepy ass way.
I don't think you're allowed to use magic, and that's probably definitely magic.
He just like, his smile goes bigger. And that's all. And now it's the dwarf's turn. And I didn't move them. He was here, then Thomas came, or she was here, Thomas came here. Thomas hit her. She's just gonna take another whack at Thomas again with hers. Ooh, just gets him. So she goes and smacks Thomas right like in the knee with her table leg, and it hurts him, but he's so enraged right now that he barely even flinches from it. Cool. Bastion.
I messed up the map. Sorry. Okay. Bastion is going to. I want to have him look over at the guy that just hit them, and say, "You should run, friend. I can't be held responsible for what I do when I activate Iron Bear Protocol. And so I'll go into a rage.
Sweet.
And then I want them to grab one of those barrels.
Okay.
And so if he's used a bonus to rage, they've used a bonus to pick up a barrel, or I guess it would have to be like a movement or something to pick up one of the barrels.
You could make it to the barrel and back, and so it would be your whole movement to get there, pick it up, and because it's like right beside you, so you just kind of have to step to the side.
Sure. Can I incorporate a side step so I'm closer
To the other guy?
You muted quickly.
Yeah, you got muted there.
Oh, okay. Can I incorporate a side step?
Nope, you muted.
It happened again.
I think it's because I keep switching over. I'm just gonna unmute myself completely. This is always a problem, guys. This is consistently a problem for me. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to just move here so that Bastion can be next to him.
Yeah.
And then, attack him with the barrel and say, as he's moving and picking up the barrel and all these things, he's like, "Where I come from in the town of Knoxwallow, pustule, cowardly, little, sniveling, type of action like you're doing wouldn't be tolerated in this town." And that's my final word, because I said so. And as he says, "I said so," he smashes it.
Cool.
What kind of damage or thing would you like to do with this barrel?
It's gonna be bludgeoning, and of course I lost my improvised weapon thing.
I might as well attack recklessly so that I get advantage.
I mean, I think smashing a barrel over someone's head does constitute as reckless, so I think it's safe.
It's fair.
I thought it was a very well-measured action.
Given the circumstances that Mac is in. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Calm, collected, calculating. These are exactly the terms I think of when I think of Bastion.
Bastion definitely planned this whole thing out, but once he rages, there's really no telling how things will play.
Okay, so this is, I can't find my improvised weapon, but I found something that's like, it would work. So 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
For that.
All right. With advantage, that would be a 17 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, I do not have proficiency with barrels, so I can't add the plus 10 damage. But 2d6 would be, because I'm raging, I still add plus 2, so it would be 8 damage.
Cool.
And if I can, Bastion will keep hold of the barrel so that he can keep smashing it for as long as it has durability.
Okay, cool. Durability, I'm gonna do based on the damage that you are dealing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. That everything?
I can attack again as part of an attack action. So,
sure, yeah.
Yeah. Do it again. Natural 20.
Does not hit.
Alrighty. So 8, and it's doubled, I think, for crits, if I remember correctly.
So the way we do crits is you
Okay.
get the automatic, so 2d6, you get 12 automatically.
Okay.
And then add whatever your next roll is.
Oh, okay. So 12 plus 8, so 20 damage. Yeah.
Cool. This guy. Oh, that's not right.
Should be noted that since Bastion is raging, he is not paying attention to the no killing rule.
This guy drops the coconut, and so it just kind of falls at his feet.
Is the coconut okay?
The coconut is intact. It didn't split open or anything.
Oh, okay, good.
Get Michael a bandage.
And
This could break Mac, like, physically, mentally.
And
You say that like he's not already broken.
yeah. Yeah, how much more can Mac break, really? Find out.
I don't want to know. No, I don't want to.
Finding out would be hard.
Yeah, and this guy, he's looking pretty woozy from those barrel shots. And I'm gonna say in nat 20, you broke the barrel that time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rhea.
Okay, so Greya is so conflicted right now. She does not know what she's doing, but I think what I'm going to do is cast Bless at a 3rd level. So that's 5 people. So I'm going to cast it on Mac, on William, on Thomas, and then on who's having a hard time? Elada. And
I want to take exception to that, but I will take it as well.
Okay, and kill a deer, and that's gonna be my action.
Okay, and that is a.
Sorry, that's D4 added to a roll.
Sweet.
So attack roll or a saving throw.
So, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
No
Greya.
problem. This is what Greya can do right now. She doesn't want to engage it. She's not gonna punch anyone. Oh, I don't want to anyway.
Cool, that's everything for
Yeah.
Rhea? Okay. So Mac, it's Mac's turn now. He like slowly walks up to Michael and like bends over and picks Michael up. And when he comes up, you're all pretty engaged, so I don't know who would see this. Bastion, you would. But you wouldn't really know. You see a look on Mac's face that like he's never looked like this before. Like he looks angry. Like normally he's kind of like aloof and everything. He looks up with just pure hatred in his eyes towards this guy who is throwing his coconut around.
I said we didn't want to see what happened.
Bastion says, "Let's get him, brother."
And he holds Michael in his one hand and just like kind of like just starts like flailing his other hand. And then Bastion, yeah, I think you're the only one that would see this. This rock here starts to come up and levitate. And then flies with so much force at this guy. And cracks him right in the head for... It goes through his head.
Hello and welcome back to Ask Bastion. Today, Huron has brought me a very special letter. Ah, thank you. Ooh, the ink is still wet. I wonder who this is from. Dear Bastion, I have been traveling with some new companions for quite some time, and it's come to my attention that I do not remember any of their names. At this point, I'm too afraid to ask. What should I do? Anonymous Dwarf. Well, Anonymous Dwarf, I would say it sounds to me like you do not care that much for your companions, otherwise you would have remembered their names. Thus, I can only suggest that if they're not that important to you, and asking them directly would be too uncomfortable for you personally, which I understand, why not stab them, kill them, and find new companions that you care more about? this seems like an acceptable solution to me. What? Huron? No? No? Huron has told me that that is not an acceptable solution. In that case, I would say, why not find a new person, bring them into the group, and then have them introduce themselves. All your companions will introduce themselves to them, and you can make a better effort to remember their names this time around. I mean, that seems like a fairly straightforward solution. I think that works. Thank you, Anonymous Dwarf.